this is where my second finished, so not the best shot in the world, but it should be reasonably easy up and down. So I'm just going with the gap wedge, just going to try and pitch it just on the green, let it roll out. So not the best start in the world, starting off with a bogey, but just misjudged the chip a little bit there. I was doing a bit of practice around the chip in a putting green, and the green seemed really firm, but that one checked up quite a lot. So yeah, something to look into through the rest of the round and see how the greens are reacting to chips and long shots. But onto the second hole, par 3, 160 yards, slightly uphill. Let's see if I can make a birdie back here. So not a good tee shot at all there, just left the club face open a bit. We've got a chip up the green here over a ridge. I think I'm going to go with a pitching wedge and just try and get it running up that ridge. So even though this is a gimme, I'm not doing any gimmies today because I'm doing it as if I was going to be playing in my weekly Monday medal at college. Really good par save on the last hole, very happy with that. So onto the third hole, it's 380 yards, but there's a pond in front of the green. So we're into wind, or wind off the left as well, into off the left. So I'm just going to try and whack driver, don't try and pound it, just try and get it on the fairway. Got 136 yards to the middle. It is basically straight into wind though, so I think I'm just going to have to hit like a knockdown 9-iron. Yeah, good chance of birdie now. Let's see if I can make it to get back to level par. Right, so an easy par there, but the putt just seemed to stay out right there. I used plumb bob, both techniques that I've used in the past, and both said a couple of balls to the right, but it just stayed out there. So, you know, hit a good putt where I wanted to, and that's all I can ask for. So nice safe par on what could be a tricky hole with the pond in front. So got par 5 coming up now. It's going to be straight into wind, but we'll see if we can try and get a good chance of birdie on the next. So guys, I do remember when I was at college, there would be pretty much every round where I couldn't even reach this bunker, or definitely couldn't get over it. But today, and I didn't really catch that amazing, and it is straight into wind, I did get over it. So looks like I've gained a bit of distance. I'm definitely not the longest player you ever see, but I'm pretty happy with that drive. So I actually hit a really good 3 hybrid there, and I've got about 91 to the centre here. So guys, I'm actually really enjoying this. It brings back a lot of memories. There's definitely a lot of nostalgia here with this course and this area, especially coming back from 9 months away in Nicaragua. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And you know, the course isn't in amazing condition, especially the fairways. Greens are quite nice, but it's more of a thing to go back in time and try and retrace my steps and see how much I've improved since college, because I certainly wasn't a very good player at college. Didn't really take it seriously, just wanted to have fun back then. And you know, I'm at a stage now where I want to improve, and something which has really helped me more than anything, which is changing my mindset. I've sort of spoken about this a little bit in previous videos, but I'm training to be a golf psychologist at the moment, and it's something that I want to document over my YouTube channel because I know how much it's helped me. So I'd want to try and help as many people as possible. More for the enjoyment of the game more than anything. And generally when you enjoy it more, you're going to play better anyway. So yeah, over the next few coming months, and especially next year, I'm going to be bringing more videos out, tips and tricks to help you in terms of your mindset and how to go about playing golf better, less reactive, and hopefully lower those scores. So keep an eye out for that. So if you are enjoying this content, please give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe down below, it'd be much appreciated. So this is the putt I'm faced with. It's not as close as I'd hoped for. Just pushed it again. Obviously not really learning from the mistakes, but it is a putt nonetheless. Let's see if I can drain this for birdie. Coming off a safe par on the last hole. Looks like I'm over reading the greens a little bit, but I'm putting a good stroke on it, hitting it exactly where I want it, so can't complain too much. But we're on to the 5th hole, par 4, 418 yards off the blues here, but it's straight downwind, so it should be a good birdie opportunity. So I've got 147 to the middle. Looks like the pin is middle back. So it is sort of straight downwind off the right. So I want to be playing this about 140. So I'm probably just going to hit a smooth 9-iron. So it was a bit of a trick pin position there. I thought it was at the back. But as you can see, there's like a false ridge, well not false ridge, a proper ridge right there, and the pin is just on top of the ridge. So I'm actually flowing mine way too far to get a bit of a flyer out there, but I've got a tricky putt now. How has that not gone in? Don't know if you could see that on the camera. I'll try and zoom in, but that went back around the back of the hole. Look at that finished. Oh. So it was a good par, good 2 putts, but it would have been nice to have that drop. Damn. Right, so I know I've sort of semi-slated the condition of the course. Well, I haven't really, but the fairways are very, very long, and I understand it's November, but I have to say the greens are running really nicely. They're pretty pure actually, and they're quite fast. So yeah, I'm enjoying putting on them very much. So I apologise about any issues in sound quality. I have got a microphone coming soon, so that should hopefully improve the audio quite a bit. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Like I said, I'm always trying to improve my videos, also always trying to improve my channel and content. So yeah, hopefully there's going to be some better quality coming soon. On to the 6th hole now, which is a par 5, straight downwind, 549 yards. So the hole goes round to the left here, so where these bunkers are, this bit of the fairway, and then all behind here is all water. So the aiming point is to try and aim for this last bunker, just try and ride the wind and hit a little bit of a draw off of that bunker. So guys, I did push the drive a little bit right. I think I was aiming a bit right. I couldn't force myself to aim left enough, but as you can see, just to the left of the fairway is the water, so it's not actually too bad. I'll take it from here. Got a good line in. So I decided to hit a 5-iron there just to try and get it around 200 yards, leave myself with about 100 in. And I've caught it slightly fat, turned it over, and it was going towards the fairway bunker, which would have been obviously a terrible shot, but I got lucky, it's ended up just short, so it should leave me in with a good shot in now. So I'm just going to go for a really smooth knockdown pitching wedge, see if we can get it close. It's 142 to the back edge, so I've got some green to work with. But yeah, let's see if I can put this close. I did actually push it a little bit, but I didn't realise how tucked to the left that the pin was from that angle, so it's actually a pretty good shot, nice and safe. It's a shame it wasn't that pin there, would have been almost a tap-in birdie. Again, another safe par, would have been nice for birdie, but gave it a good run. I'm really enjoying putting on these greens. On to the 7th hole. Going to be a very tricky hole today. 404 yards, playing straight into wind, slightly uphill, dog leg left. So this is where my drive ended up. Tried to take on the corner a little bit too much and either got lucky or unlucky. It just clipped the edge of this, ended up on the cart path there. So got 165 yards in. I obviously get a free drop from this path. So that was super tricky to see where that ended up. I had to come and have a look up at the green because I couldn't see it in the air at all, looking straight into the sun. But it has come up a bit short. That rough back there was really, really thick and wet. So after a bad chip, I thinned my chip a little bit. It was a great putt, finally holed one. Crucial putt for par there. Right, so after a great putt on the last hole for par, keeps me up 1 over par. So I've got 2 more holes left of part 1 of this video. So on the 8th hole here, which is a par 3, 194 yards into wind. Ditch short, 2 bunkers just short of the green. So it's a super tricky shot. I always remember this hole being one of the hardest holes when I was playing in college. So I think anywhere in the middle of the green I would take. So I actually hit a fade there as well, which took a bit of distance off. Probably too much in the end, but it is on the front of the green. So I'm not really going to complain too much there. I'm putting very well on these greens, so you never know, might even be able to hold that. Well, like I said, the pin's completely tucked here on the left and there's no green to work with trying to take that on. So anything over there would have been perfect. I obviously came up quite short there, so I'm going to have a tricky 2-putt. However, I am on the green and a lot more could have gone wrong on this hole. Tricky putt because we've got this ridge just here. So I'm going to have to be playing it sort of over here and let the ridge come back, and then it's going to be right to left at the end, I believe. Pretty happy with that. The weight was perfect. I just didn't start it quite far left enough, but got a makeable putt for par here. On to the 9th hole here, 439 yards off the blues. Wind is going to be off the right. It's a pretty tricky hole, so there's a stream in front of the green and it's a dog leg left. So if I can just get this moving a little bit on the wind, try and get a bit of extra distance, leave myself in with a decent shot in. I've got 183 yards. Now the wind is off the right here. I think I might try and hit a fade in off the left side of the green with a 4. So we'll go with that. So I think it would have been perfect for distance it just didn't fade. I caught it slightly off the toe, so I think I just kept it out left. The end of the world there, 2 over finish with a bogey on the last there, so it's not too bad. Like I said, it's a tricky course off the blues. Back onto the 10th hole here. Okay, so I've hit a really good drive here and I think I can actually reach, so I'm going to go for it in 2. It's 230 to the front, so I'm going to take my 3 hybrid and see if I can get there. So the green is just up here. So I got a bit lucky or maybe a bit unlucky, depends how you look at things. It's just clipped this tree just here. It came in quite low, but I thought it was looking really good, but it just clipped the branch there and it's just ended up here. Now I'd say a bit lucky because there's like a ditch just here, so yeah, it could be a lot worse. But anyway, I've got about 50 yards to get up and down for birdie. Right, so I'm pretty happy with that shot out the thickest stuff just there, so I've got a good chance of birdie now. Let's see if I can finally make a birdie and get back to 1 over. Got 155 yard par 3 here, blowing into wind, so I think I'm just going to go with just a knockdown 7-iron, just try and get it up there close. Okay, good par save on the last. It's a short par 4, but a huge pond in front of the green, so I'm just going to go with a 4-iron, just try and keep it left, and then give myself a good chance to get up, maybe a birdie opportunity. Finally an awesome shot in here, pitched just there, pitched there, and it stopped. The pitch just over there, and it stopped just there. So got a great chance of birdie here. Should be able to hold this to get back to 1 over. Right, on to the 13th hole, 451 yards, hardest hole in the course. They're just taking it over this bunker here and then it dog legs up to the left. So try and hit a decent drive. I need to hit a draw if anything and keep it left, so it gives me a shorter shot in. Right guys, coming off a really good par save on the last hole. It's a really tricky hole that, and I leaked the driver right into the rough and hit a good second shot, but really good up and down there. So we're on to a short par 4, downhill, but into wind, only 350 yards. So I'm just gonna hit driver, hopefully keep it short of the creek, and this should be a good birdie opportunity this hole. So I came up a bit short with my second here. Hit it well, it was just a bit thick out of that stuff and it was straight into wind, so yeah, it came up a bit short. But where the pin is placed, I don't know if you can really see it on the camera, but there's like a triangular ridge here, and this is a super tricky putt. Can't really see it, but yeah, if I can get 2-putt here, I'll be very happy. Right, so a really good up and down, or 2-putt on the last hole to get the par and to stay at 1 over par. So on the 15th hole, this always used to be my nemesis hole. It's like 400 and almost 60 yards uphill to the green just over to the left there. So hitting up here, and the green is surrounded by bunkers. You've got, I think, 4 bunkers starting in the fairway going all the way to the green. This one sometimes played into wind and it was just an absolute beast. So I'm going to go with driver. I'm going to aim a little bit left here because I seem to keep pushing my drives. Well, coming up to the green, guys, and I'm very happy with that shot indeed. So it's like 195 yards uphill into wind off the right, and I've got a 20-footer. It looks like it's going to be breaking quite a lot from right to left, but very happy with that shot. So that was a disappointing 3-putt on that hole. I thought I was going to get a par, but left the first putt a little bit short. I didn't quite run out as much as I thought it would, but that takes me back to 2 over. So I've got 155 yard par 3 now, and I'd say this is probably the signature hole. So it's downhill, probably plays a club less. So I've got 155 yards. Probably going to go with an 8-iron. So I've hit what was probably, I'd say, my shot of the day. I thought it was tracking. It's pitched just up here and then span back to here. So I've got about 12-footer for birdie. Let's see if I can hold it. It'd be really nice to get back to 1 over. Right, on to 17 now. Bit disappointing not to get the birdie on the last hole, but we are finishing with a par 5, so that is a chance. So got 430 yard par 4 here, really tricky hole. Just need to be aiming it basically straight over the middle of this pond. Hi guys, sorry about the second shot on the last hole. My phone ran out of memory. I made a bogey on the last hole, which was a bit disappointing, but it would have been a good up and down from that position. So on to the 18th hole, par 5, hitting towards those geese there. Hopefully I don't hit one of them. Right guys, so that wasn't a good third shot. I needed to keep it low under that tree, but I pulled it straight left. So I've got a tricky putt here for birdie. So if I could get up and down for par, I'd be very happy with that. Right guys, so that's the end of the video. So I ended up 4 over, I believe. So I beat the target. I did feel like I left a few shots out there, but it's tricky playing off the blues, especially when it's windy like today. The rough's long, it's playing super long today. So yeah, pretty happy with 4 over. But if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up down below. And I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.